Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to episode 2 of the podcast. I have two guests with me this evening. First and foremost, I hope everything is okay with the stream and the podcast in general because I did reboot my entire setup and a bunch of settings must have gone awry at some point, so I'm looking to get feedback from chat. Or anybody watching the stream. If you could let me know if anything's a problem on my end or stream's end, I would appreciate any feedback because I just rebooted it and I don't know what might go wrong or what might be okay. That being said, let's dive into it. Let's get our guests on. I know all of them is driving, so I don't know if they're gonna be at home in time or not. They might take a while to respond, but that's okay. Just for a quick reference, we have done the first week of the season, so a bunch of matches have been played. We're gonna look into that. We're gonna see what there's some specific content that these two people want to talk about, the guests, so we'll dive into that. Hello. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello, RipplyLoki. My first guest.
I was muted.
Okay. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Hello.
Hello, Cowboy.
Hello. Good evening, Space Cowboy. How are you doing?
So good. Sorry I'm late.
No, you're not late. We just started. So,
Perfect.
when I originally planned out this episode, I did not think that I would have two friends come along. Usually, the way I like to do these things is I like to bring on two people who have different backgrounds or who've never met just to get like a different idea, but somehow it completely slipped my mind that RipplyLoki and Space Cowboy actually play on a team together or have played on a team together in the past. So,
I mean-
If it helps, I hate the guy, you know?
This guy should have just carried me harder. We would have won grand finals. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. This guy just only plays two heroes. What can you do?
okay, yeah. I mean, I don't mind a little bit of friendly banter. That's definitely a little bit spicy for sure. Yeah. So the way I want to go ahead with today's episode is, first of all, I want to touch upon something that happened a little bit in the past because for some reason apparently this is still a hot topic, which is the auction draft. Apparently both my guests want to have some thoughts on how the auction went, and I've been requested to pull it up, so that's what I'm gonna do. So let me get that on. Let's see here. Please, if you guys have the stream on, let me know if you guys can hear yourselves and see everything on the stream as well.
Let's see. Oh, you should post that in content as well.
I usually just post the podcast in the content, like the recorded one. This one I just put on LeakCat.
Oh, perfect.
Fair.
So, can you guys see the auction?
I see the captains.
Yes.
Alright, perfect. So what did you guys specifically want to talk about with this? Which one wants to go first?
Well, let's... Nurch, you know, he was a little bit cheap. Not that bad. Let's see, I had Nurch going for 160, so that's pretty close.
Okay, so
Gambit was a little bit criminal. I was a little bit criminal too. But let's see for the really criminal ones. What do we got here?
I'm so mad that Ultra went for more than me.
Let me find J-Dog. Who's this guy? 9. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, so the only criminal one, if we go back to round 1, Neurotophobia for 70. This is crazy. Bro's insane. He should have been at least 200.
I mean, I was surprised
I'm
the
just
support
kidding.
got nominated.
I'm just kidding. He should have
I
been
was
like 20.
surprised the support went first. Cryptic
Yeah.
really wanted this man, I think.
I mean,
I was the
Kawa
third,
bid for 60, right? So
that was a support that went third, but
yeah, but
I
like
don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. This is like I feel like these numbers are way too low for me. Like these numbers should at least all of these numbers except Nerdophobia, all these numbers according to me should be at least $20 to $30 higher.
I'm dumbfounded. Gotham went for less than $40.
Well, last season he went for only 17. So
I
if you
saw that, so doubled in price.
Exactly. So he did increase his price by 100% based on last season's performance, reaching the grand finals.
I don't know. I think Nerdophobia is worth about 20 to 30, and Gotham's got to be about half that.
Okay, that's a hot take right here. That's a hot take right here. Are you surprised that nobody else went for wings? Like it's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 again. 5 captains or 6 captains went for wings out of 10 captains.
I think he's slightly low for probably like I think he's probably the best at closing out the game, which is very important. So
Well, I knew from the beginning.
Yeah, that's a little bit low, but not
go for him.
Sorry, you were saying Ripley?
I knew from the beginning Cryptic wasn't gonna go for the guy.
Okay, yeah, because Cryptic did say it was gonna meme.
That's also one line went into the draft with like I'm picking these people and nobody can stop me. So it's no surprise he didn't go with wings. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember who the third captain was that didn't go for him.
In the pool,
there's
I guess.
A lot. About half of them didn't go for him.
Yeah, in the pool.
I don't know. I think that's a little bit low, but it's not bad. I think it's not too bad. The big surprises here for me, I was a little bit too expensive. Nerdophobia was a little bit too cheap, or a little bit too expensive as well. We can go to the next slide though, I think.
Yeah, and here is when all the captains started to lose their minds because they didn't do anything round 1. We got
honestly Loki for 96 is insanely low. Like that's crazy. He should be 169, you know? Not 96. That's insane.
I don't know. Everybody is under the impression that I only actually played 2 heroes, and it's dumbfounding to me.
Yeah, I mean...
What else here? Fish only went for 112, and he's the second highest MMR, I think.
Yeah, he was the last nomination of round 2. So, being the last nomination of round 2, it's like, why is he being nominated so low? And the fact that he's being nominated so low means none of the captains have any money to work with anyways. So,
except that's not true. There was like so many captains that were still rich. Like there's probably 7 captains that had $200, but they all just didn't want to pay for him for some reason. Doesn't make sense to me.
It's because he is like the only person who can speak for Fish is like me, and I think just me.
He is a first timer, but regardless, I think 140 minimum probably is what he should have gone for.
Probably.
But, you know, as a new player, if you go for low, hopefully you win and you enjoy it and keep coming back. So, it should be fine.
Well, I have like 400 games with the guy, so... nobody knew this.
What are your opinions on the fact that someone so high MMR went for so cheap?
I don't know. I don't... this guy has too big of a hero pool to be going for only $112.
I agree. He should have been 140 minimum, probably 160 though.
I feel like him and Cowboy should have swapped prices, and then it would have been probably about where it should have been for the two of them.
I think he'd still be a little bit low, but not too bad. But
yeah,
that's
and
so
I mean
Rippy and Fish or Ripley and Fish were the 2 big like
steals
underbids on this page.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think Moon River and RipplyLoki, this is what I want to look at. Like, is this an accurate reflection of what the prices should be? What do you think, Space Cowboy? Do you think that Moon is just a better mid than Ripley?
I think Moon's extremely good and he's worth about 109, but I think Ripley is worth more than 109. So I think Moon's price is about correct. But Ripley should be up in like the 150-ish range.
I mean, if you look at how the bidding went, it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 captains went after Moon, whereas only 4 captains went after Ripley. So I think that also affected the price, right? A lot of captains just, maybe this was their strategy, they just all went after Moon, and that's why the bid's higher compared to Ripley. So I think maybe the captains undervalued Ripley's performances, maybe something to do with last season.
I think it's only your second season, right? So a lot of people don't know him.
A lot of people also don't realize that I changed my name back to what it originally was, and I'm no longer Morgan Freefarm.
Okay. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, maybe the name change from last season might have thrown people, but again, I don't think so. Maybe it's just captains have their own strategy.
I kept my profile picture the same.
Right. Okay.
I'd also like to point out that Moon went for $100 more than me, and I don't know. I evened out lane with him. If my support didn't come to lane, I think we both would have went 1-1 in lane in our games on Sunday. But
we'll delve deeper into the games.
But not even later. Moon. No, I'm talking about Lotus.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I think Lotus is worth probably 160, so he went for a little bit more than he's probably worth. And I think Ripley should have been about 150, so I think they should have been pretty close to the same.
Yeah, I think at this point, Kahua, Hollywood, Yami, and Champ, they all 4 of them needed like a pause 1, so they were all inning on Lotus, or like pause 1, pause 2. So that's why Lotus's amount went so freaking high.
Well, there was still Ripley in the pool that went for free. There was Fish in the pool who went for free, basically. Like,
yeah, I think
that's a good pause 1 and 2 there.
The captains here really messed up, because if Lotus is being nominated second in round 2 and Fish is still there, they could have like identified that strat, like, okay, Fish is still in the pool, so we don't really have to go so high. But yeah, again, it's the captain's choices, so what can you do?
And I think Fish is a carry and Lotus is a mid.
Lotus said in the sign up that he's flexible to play both 1 and 2. So
gotcha.
Maybe that's something to do with it. Having a flex 1 and 2 in a team helps.
Could be.
Yeah.
The Fish is like a strict boss 1 player.
Right.
He can play some of his heroes mid, but he would rather just not.
Right. Yeah, so that's how round 2 basically went. I mean, round 1 and round 2 pretty much all full nominations. Then round 3 as well. This is where all the bargains started to happen. People started to lose out on money. Anything surprising that stands out for you guys for the round 3 nominations?
I still see
Ultra is going for 105.
Okay, seems like Ripley
Why is he more expensive than me?
Am I behind on the stream? I still see round 2.
You might be behind on the stream. I see round 3.
Let me refresh. Okay, I see round 3 now. There we go. Ultra, I think that's a little bit low for Ultra, to be honest. I mean, I think Ultra should be a good 120 or so. Obviously, Ripley would be a lot more than he went for, too.
I'm just mad that he's more expensive than me.
Pendragon should have been a lot more as well. That was a good deal on him.
Yeah, I think Pendragon was the last pause 1 to be bid on. I don't think there was any more pause 1s left. Like, he was the last pause 1 in the pool. And it was basically like whichever captain didn't get a pause 1, they just got Pendragon.
Ultra also plays pause 1, so I mean, like...
I think in the sign-up, he put pause 2 as like number 5, so his best role, and I think pause 1 was like 3 or 4. So that might have dissuaded some captains.
Ew.
He wanted to play pause 1 more. It looks like he put 5 for both.
Okay.
And he would have preferred to play pause 1. I don't think he gets to play pause 1.
And then he got drafted on Fish. And then he got drafted on Fish's team.
I mean, Hollywood was going toe-to-toe with Champ. Like, Champ won with 105, but Hollywood bid 104 on Ultralisk, so Hollywood really wanted him.
But I think Ultra and Pendragon were both really good pickups there.
Yeah.
I don't know Kenny at all. That's probably a decent price for him. I don't know.
I think Kenny was the highest...
Probably about right.
Highest dedicated offlaner in the pool. Like, he was the highest MMR offlaner, so that's why a lot of captains, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 captains went after him.
I think Phoenix is slightly higher.
Phoenix said he wanted to play pause 1 or pause 4. Pause 1.
He put pause 3 as 5, and that's his highest one.
Oh, okay. I guess he personally told me that. That's why I remember that way. But yeah.
Gotcha.
So Phoenix went for cheaper than Kenny, but yeah.
They were both slightly lower than they should have been, probably, but not by a lot.
Yeah,
Pendragon and Ultra should have been a lot more.
At this point, I would kind of quote unquote forgive captains if the player prices aren't accurate enough, because okay, you might have done something in round 1 and round 2 that you may not have liked, or you don't have enough money at this point. So here, I think captains. This is where kind of playing it safe gives you success, because now you can really go for players that were, not went under the radar basically. So I think, for example, getting Pendragon, as you said, getting Ultralisk, getting Kenny, all these players going for so cheap just is like a worthwhile investment if you didn't go big in the first couple of rounds.
Yeah.
So that's how round 3 went. And then this is where we're just filling up the team with supports. I'm surprised that Wills went so late.
Why?
Wills went second to last, which is astonishing to me.
Is it supposed to look like this with only like 5 people on round 4?
Yep. So you had basically, and this is basically, if you think about it, around all the people here and here. So it's like.
So there's 10 per round. Oh, there's a round 5? What the heck?
So basically, these rounds are rounds of basically 1 nomination each by each captain.
Okay.
So
I gotcha.
So this round, all 10 captains had nominations available. This round, all 10 captains had nominations available. This round, all 10 captains had nominations available. But then after round 3, you had 5 teams being filled up. So only 5 captains need to nominate.
Yeah, because after round 3, my team was filled up.
I will say I was so happy when Line got Golden Dragon for 7. I did not think I would get such a good support on my team as my other support. And Golden Dragon is insanely good. That's probably the best pickup of the whole auction. Golden Dragon for 7. That guy's insane. And especially if you look at like the prices of some other people here, like in round 4, 5, and 6, 7 for Golden Dragon is insane value, and I'm so happy to have him on my team again.
Yeah, you guys are basically the championship winning support duo of last season. So the fact that you guys went for a combined amount of what, $152 is crazy. Like $152 for the championship winning support duo is insane to me.
And that's probably what it should have been.
Team?
We did, yeah. So it's 3 out of the 5 people are the same. But I think 150 is correct, but I should have been 100 and Golden should have been 50, But that's hearsay.
Yeah, I mean, I think here at this point, the only thing that's surprising to me is Wills being the only core role person who's decently high enough MMR, going so late and going for 51. Like I would say that's also a bargain pickup by Merit.
This is Will's first season in LD2L, isn't it?
Yeah, this is Will's first season in LD2L, but he's like a very known figure in AD2L. So if anybody's been keeping up with the AD2L scene, they should know that Wills is like a pretty decent player in his leagues. He just definitely plays above his MMR for sure.
I'm gonna be honest. If I was a captain, I was asked to be about 12 hours before the draft, but I was asleep 12 hours before the draft, I probably would have just picked an 82L team.
Yeah, I mean,
he did very good week 1.
Yeah, he did. We'll get into that
also,
later.
Pork Chop, I don't really know him, but he went for 69, and in the games, he plays exactly like I play, so that's cool that he went for. I don't know if that's a good price or bad price, but I like it.
I know Pork Chop is a known Gundam associate, so I'm basically betting on the fact that since Kaihua picked up Gundam might have nudged him to pick up Pork Chop because they played 82 all together.
I think he's 3k MMR, so that's a good price.
Yeah, that's like also
really good. He
very good
should have been
value.
like a. I guess he's a support, so that's probably about right.
Yep. And then lastly, round 5, you're just having your supports pickups. Although Oblivion Knight is playing offlane on Cryptic's team, but again, Cryptic's team is meme team anyways. Oblivion Knight and Neratophobia are together in their editorial stack. So Neratophobia must have told Cryptic that this guy loves to meme as well, so they just picked him up.
For sure.
Didn't their team lose?
Yes, very badly.
I was about to say, I knew their captain. Their captain was Rez.
Yeah. Rescue.
Oh, I have no idea.
In
I thought you
8-12.
meant in week 1.
No, in
Yeah.
8-12. Yeah.
LD2L.
Their team got knocked out in the first round of playoffs. So yeah. Any other spicy takes you guys wanna dish out for this
I think
auction?
there's got to be
we're
around
talking-
6, right?
If we're talking about
No.
supports
Yeah.
and core roles, we should go back and look at J-Dog.
There we go.
I mean, this is the last one. So I picked up ArmyMan for 8, and Copless just needed a member, and he picked up Muted for $0.
Yeah, the craziest thing at the end was Golden Dragon for 7 for me.
Yeah.
And then the earlier pickups, like Ultra was really good. Ripley was insanely good. Like, I think we touched on it. Pendragon was pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Fish was criminally cheap.
Yes.
Narad was a little bit much.
This
But
was
yeah,
crazy.
I think probably, honestly, Ripley and Golden Dragon are probably the 2 best pickups.
Yeah, I would say it's
No.
Ripley, GD, and Fish, and Wills.
I was about to say, I think J-Dog going for fucking 81 is what sells it for me. I think that guy is criminally underrated.
He's like I don't know, maybe he should have gone for 90 or 100, but that's not a huge difference. That's
He
my
feels
opinion.
great
I
to play with.
actually don't know him at all. I'm going based on his MMR, which might not be correct.
I mean,
No, he feels great to play with.
I know that J-Dog, I've played with J-Dog for a long time now, in A2L as well as just normal pubs. So he is primarily a pause 4 player. Maybe that might have something to do with it, where supports aren't valued as highly. But if, for example, if people knew that J-Dog would play pause 3, then I'm pretty sure this number would go up. It might have even gone up over Kenny's number. So I think that's what might have kept his number low, that people didn't realize he could also play pause 3 if needed.
Yeah.
All right, so that's basically my guests' opinions on the auction. I think we're gonna switch now to the games themselves.
Oh, yay.
Before we do that, I would like to kind of ask you guys, would you guys, in like future editions, would you guys love to be captains, or would you guys love to just stay as players? What are your guys' thoughts on that?
Well, to answer that, I have to add one more thing to the draft. I think the captain monies were terrible. The most expensive player was $190, 190 Dota coins, whatever you want to call them. So the difference between the top captain money and the bottom captain money should be about 190, and it was like 270. So it screwed all the high MMR captains. And for that reason, also that I'm a support, I think it's a bad idea for me to be a captain, because I'm worth about like 100 to 120, I think. But in the eyes of the captain money, I would get like way less than that in comparison to other captains, if that makes sense.
So you're saying that the way the money is distributed right now, it really hurts the high MMR captains and the low MMR captains just have way too much budget to make better teams.
Yes.
I think the high MMR captains should have got more money. I also think it's bad to captain as a high MMR support, because supports are worth less. So, but that's kind of hard to fix that. But yeah.
Okay, so I mean, could you suggest like how then would you come up with a kind of formula to decide what the amount should be?
I think you could have looked at last season where the most expensive person was like 208, I think, and you could have made the difference between the lowest MMR captain and the highest MMR captain be 208, and that would have been great. But we chose some arbitrary captain gold calculation that made the difference way too much.
I mean, then what I'm hearing is that you're saying it should change every season based upon how the last season went. Is that something you would be okay with? Like every season the amount changes based on what the highest draft was the previous season?
Sure.
Okay. I mean,
I think it would feel a lot better than just having the amount stay the same, but the players like increase in price or decrease in price.
Last season, Cryptic was like 400 MMR higher, and he had like $60 more. And this season, he lost a bunch of MMR and also lost a bunch of Captain's Gold, which doesn't make any sense to me. And it also really hurt people like Champ and a few others.
would you be okay if we made pools of players and set their base money? So, for example, anyone within 500 MMR all have like a set base amount, for example, $20, $50, whatever it is. And then the bid always has to start from that.
No.
Why? Why do you think that would be a problematic thing?
I like the bid starting at 0, and I like doing +1s, and I think that's how it should need to work.
Yeah, I think if you put a cap on where people should start within a 500 MMR thing, everybody would run out of money by round 1, just trying to get like 2 players.
I mean, maybe there's a toxic person, and maybe he's 3,000 MMR, but he's only worth $10 because he's toxic. You don't want him on your team, you know?
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Right, yeah. That makes sense. Well, Fish is saying that any base value leads to overvalued players. I mean,
Yeah.
I think at that point it would kind of implement a different kind of policy for captains to think about, like a different kind of strategy, which is how many players I need to pick up from certain base values. Maybe certain players are not worth their base value, so you don't even bid for them. I feel that would kind of bring about a different kind of layering of strategy and stuff. But again, yeah, I think, as you said, it might actually make it hard for some captains to actually go about and do stuff.
Because then a bunch of support players would also be really overvalued and then wouldn't be able to get picked up by a lot of people who need support players because they're too broke.
Yeah, I think I agree with that statement. All right, so now that I guess I don't have anything else to add about the auction itself, we can move on to the first round of matchups that happened this week and get your guys' opinions on it. The way
Who played first this week?
I'll bring it up series by series so that we can have a look through them. Let me
Sounds
see.
good.
So this is
Then where would be the fun in watching numbers go up for people ultra?
okay. So this is the first series we're gonna look at. It was Team Line versus Team Cryptic.
To answer the commenter real quick, he asked, what about drafting basically EU style? We switched to auction draft a while ago, and 90% of people prefer auction draft. So that's why we stuck to it.
Alright, so looking at the first game that happened this season, we had Line take on Cryptic's meme team, and going into this game, it was just one question on everybody's mind, which is if Lions team loses this game, they're just gonna become a laughing stock, which is good. That's not what happened. It was the complete opposite. The first game, it was just them. The meme team was drafting the meme strat of all 5 Dragons. They just went ahead and bought 5 Dragons. So, I would like to get your guys' opinions. In your head, where would you rank a draft of Dragons? Is it extremely memey, slightly memey, or not memey at all?
Oh, it's very memey, and I love it. It also won a TI game. There's like 4 Dragons, that had a Megas come back. It was insane. EG is so good. PPD is best.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean,
the only issue is this team doesn't have a Mirana like they did.
True.
Yeah, fair. To me, honestly, I would think it's actually not that memey, because I think I echo your sentiment in that this is actually a legit strat. I think if this is a strat that you can build around a little bit more coherently, you can actually pull this off as a legit strat. So I personally don't think this is a meme strat at all. Or I would say it's like little memey, not too high on the meme scale for me.
I don't think something has to be bad for it to be a meme.
Yeah.
I think something could be good and also be a meme.
Okay, that's a fair take.
Gunka Radiance isn't a meme. It was a meme a few years ago, and then it became good, and then everybody actually started using it.
Yeah, I think there's also a lot of those examples that Ripley just said, where people initially play something as a meme, but then they realize, oh wait, this is actually pretty good. So then they kind of start playing. I know.
Muerta Dagon is definitely not good too. But
honestly, I think if you change this Muerta for a Mirana, this draft becomes 1,000 times better. Because you just ult, find somebody, decrepify them, and then 4 Dagons their forehead, and they're dead. And you walk away.
I don't know if I should say this or not, but one of our heroes sometimes play Necro, and I think they expected us to pick Necro, and they didn't ban it this game, and they did ban it next game. I think they're like, we're gonna have Dagons and Muerta, we don't care about Necro. And then we just didn't pick it, so it didn't matter.
I know which hero. I know who you're talking about.
So yeah, there's not much else to talk about it. Space Cowboy tried to join the enemy team by buying a Dagon himself. This rapier that you see on GD's Lich is actually not his own. This is also Space Cowboy's rapier that he dropped. So GD's net worth is actually inflated. He is much lower net worth than it suggests here. So yeah, that's basically the breakdown of the first game here.
I will say, GD very based for having a rapier, and I decided to take inspiration from him game 2.
I mean, like I said, it's not GD's rapier, so...
You don't know that.
The second game, we had, I would say, is what I would classify as the most memey thing ever, where Cryptic's team decided to go for the Courage Draft. For anybody who doesn't know what Courage Draft is, there's a bot which you can use to basically give out random hero builds and heroes for you to play, and you basically just stick to the random hero builds that you are given by the bot.
Why did the bot give Ember Spirit a legit build? What is happening?
Tranquil Boot's pretty good on him, huh?
Yeah, I guess Ripley. He's licking his own strats, guys. If Ripley ever picks Ember and doesn't buy Tranquil, you press a question mark in chat.
Yep.
I don't buy boots on Ember Spirit, so.
Oh well, shit. Then this is a bad build because I have boots.
Yeah, exactly. Also, shout out to the power Hurricane Pike strat. This seems also pretty legit. He just didn't buy it early enough. Otherwise, we'd have insane Agi, 20 Agi. Pretty good on Naga Siren.
I mean, also the ability to reel somebody in, then walk behind them and Hurricane Pike them into your team sounds a little broken.
Yeah. I think there's definitely, and then you have the route from CM as well to go with your own route. Like there's possibilities with this draft. I see the vision here.
And Maelstrom, because you need to be able to farm with Maelstrom in this hero, right?
Yeah. Like the more attack speed you have, the more reply you proc. So there is some vision to this meme draft. But
I think CM Mana Boots is my favorite thing about this thing.
You know what? I'm like, to me, that's like the least memey thing on this team. compared to whatever else is going on. So I'm not even gonna touch on that subject. Again, just total domination from
Scareth. Scareth build looks good.
Skyat build looks the most reasonable.
He's got treads, which is a little bit Pepega for support, but
but it's still reasonable. Still reasonable. Yeah.
I think he's working on a Dagon. Pretty good item on Sky. Really, but we'll take it.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Y'all get techies, but my team doesn't. What is this?
This is what I am very sad to say. This is like, again, I don't know what's being thought about. Like, why are we know this team's clearly memeing. Why are we picking stuff like Lone Druid and Puck and giving this guy his best hero? Like, come on, guys. This is a little bit too try-hardy for me against a team that's memeing. That's my take. I don't know if you guys feel the same way or not, but that's how I feel about it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I also really liked Golden Dragon's build game 1 with the Lich with the Rapier. So I said, fuck, dude, I want to be a Lich with the Rapier. So I decided to be a Lich with the Rapier. Dagon's a good item, dude.
I just want to ask, were you ever able to press one ultimate with that Rapier? Because I don't think so. I think you bought the Rapier and no teamfight happened. The game ended or something like that.
I think there was 1 to 2 team fights, and I think I did get to press ultimate.
I don't remember. You bought Rapier at friggin' 35 minutes, and the game ended at 36.
If you press graph, is that accurate?
Yeah,
it should.
Yeah, this should
you're
be
looking
accurate.
at it right now?
Yeah. This should be accurate.
I definitely pressed ult with it, for sure, though.
Where's the one that shows deaths?
It's under team and XP.
Yeah, it does show that there were some deaths. You did kill Nerdophobia and Renee and Power. So I guess you had one the last fight with your Rapier. You had like 3 kills on it. So I guess there's
I mean, it's not my fault they called GG so early. They could have lasted for tens of more seconds.
Tens of more seconds. Where was this cowboy when we were in AD2L, man? Just carry
I
on,
was
man.
not playing against people that had /courage,
That's a fair take. That's definitely a fair take. Okay, so moving on, because there's literally nothing to talk about in these other games other than that.
Also, Average Pain, what a beast, 26-0.
Yeah, no, I gotta see this performance in a later game. I'm sorry.
It's against /courage, but still, that's good.
It's also against 4 squishy heroes.
Cryptic held his own, though. He actually, if you look at like 5 minutes for mid, Cryptic held his own on a hero that he's never played. Pretty good.
It was
he's level
second
5.
game.
What do you mean?
It was his second game in like 4 years on Ember. So.
Oh, unlucky.
Yeah.
And he held his own, and he's a support player that doesn't play Ember. And he played Ember into a hard matchup and did fine. I thought it was pretty good. Maybe some of their memes they'll actually win. It's possible.
Yeah. So that was just a straight up 2-0. I don't think any predictions was wrong. I think everybody predicted Lions team to 2-0 Cryptic's team, and that's what transpired. This is the next game or next series we're going to talk about is the In the Pool series versus Copless. I think this is a very spicy one to talk about because people actually predicted Copless's team to at least win 1 game. And what do you guys think before we talk more of the series? Do you guys think Copless would win, or do you guys think In the Pool team had a better or more stable team?
Let's see. You got In the Pool, Moon River. Who's their offlaner?
They had a stand-in this game, so I don't know who their offlaner was gonna be, but Rakastan Sakoja played their offlaner as a stand-in this series.
Gotcha. And they're against Topless La. Is that La? La's not their player, is it?
So yeah, La's not their player. It's Wild Daddy. Wild Daddy is their core player, but Wild Daddy could not play, so they had La stand-in for them.
Well, hot take. I think that's why they lost.
La is very good.
Okay.
So, I do think that hurts them though, because Wild Daddy's insane sometimes. Looking at these players, I would say it's Radiant favored.
Okay, so you would say that Lane, like in the Pulse team, is the better team. And looking at the first game, it does feel like they Acopolis team had a little bit of advantage coming out from the laning stage, but from the mid game onwards, in the Pulse team just managed to perhaps play the map better, had just better presence, and Queen of Pain going 10-3, Luna going 13-4 just tells me that they just had a much better map presence and just out farmed them, and that's where the difference lies. Are you surprised by this performance for game one at all?
I do think Uncle Arrow is probably not a mid player either. I think
Okay.
Wild Daddy mid, Uncle Arrow carry, they would do much better. And I think if that was the case, then I would say it's probably even. But I think because Uncle Arrow is playing off role, that I'm not too surprised. I think the Luna hero is very good right now.
Yeah.
And also, like, Moon River Co-op, very good. Pit Lords, very good hero. They've got, like, kind of meta heroes. And Marcy and Ursa are kind of dog shit right now, no offense.
Marcy is good. You just have to snowball. I don't know. You can't ever fall behind on the hero, otherwise the hero becomes a third support.
I mean, if we look at the graphs and the player net worth, it seems like Queen of Pain did beat Marcy in lane. And Queen of Pain is supposed to kind of beat Marcy in lane just by how the hero matchups work. So I'm not surprised that Marcy had a tough time in lane and couldn't really translate that into one mid game for their team. I do agree with Merit. There's like 3 stand-ins in this game. And especially the one stand-in on Coppola's team I would say is their main player. That if they're gonna do well, it's gonna be on that player. So yeah, I think that kind of really. Yeah, go ahead.
Uncle Arrow himself playing off role. I don't think he's the mid player. He was supposed to play mid.
I think those two things together kind of combined made Coppola suffer in this first game. Looking at the second game, I think I would say it might have been much of the same situation. So in this game, in the pool seems like he just popped off. Having said that, it seems like La also popped off. Both carries having an tremendously good game. 20-6 on In the Pool's Juggernaut, 18-3 on La's Lifestealer.
La is very good.
So, in this game also, Uncle Arrow pulling out the Lone Druid. Seems like his bear also was extremely fat as well, but doesn't necessarily translate to kills. Didn't necessarily.
Well, he had 19,000 net worth versus the 38,000 in the pool, so it doesn't look that fat.
Right, and then even Moon River on Ember, even though it was 6-3, he did have like a ton of farm. It's 28k net worth, has boost of travel, like he went for a physical build. So it just seems like it was a pretty even game till this point. And so around the 38-minute mark is what the game state looked like, with pretty even game, even I would say a slight lead towards Coppo's team. I guess it's just a matter of executing or closing out the game. At around the 38-minute mark, there's like, I guess it was just a team fight execution that must have caused them.
Did Techies have Ags by the time that the fights swapped? Because that's probably a big benefactor.
Techies got his Ags. No,
he doesn't have it.
Yeah, Techies never got an Axe. Techies never got an Axe, yeah.
I think this is a slightly Radiant favored lineup. Like, they're gonna, in theory, I look at the lineup, I see Lone Druid, Lifestealer, they both want to farm until Lone Druid has, like, Mjolnir Ags, and Lifestealer wants, like, Radiance plus an item or two. So I think they're, like, slow going, and they might have a rough, like, 15 to 25 minutes. But I would expect that team to win after that. Also, I guess they don't have a great way to start fights other than Venge. But it's just an insanely good team with, like, that tricore of Dawn, Lifesteal, Lone Druid is so good late game. I would think they would win late game, but
Dawn can ult
obviously
on
I'm
the
wrong.
bear, no?
Did you repeat that?
Yeah, but Bear's not gonna have like a blink stun, you know.
True.
Do you
but I
think
mean,
the bear messed up by going for a moon shard? It could have gone for maybe like a silver age or something else.
I think he could have gotten away with not going Chrysalis and going Silver's Edge instead.
Did he have Ags?
Yes, he did. He ate it. Or no, he didn't. What?
No.
If you look at graphs and go items, did he have Ags? That's like a core item on Lone Druid.
No, the main guy did not ever get eggs.
Gotcha. Yeah,
What?
that's just a skilled issue, maybe, or maybe he just doesn't know the build. I mean, you don't have to have Ags. I just think it is very smart to have it.
I don't know, but with these items on the hero, you're not really tanky enough to sit with the bear because you just get jumped on by their team. They have Techie's Ember, Dark Seer, and a Spirit Breaker. You're just gonna get charged at.
I know you're a mid, so you have to like. I just think Lone Druid's not that great of a mid. I think he's a better carry or a P4.
Yeah. After they changed him, he's very hard to split up farming and pushing as a mid now.
Yeah, I think I really think what happened here, like just looking at the graph, like they were able to have a slight advantage or like at least keep an even game for the large parts of it. So this just tells me in the late game they just weren't able to get their team fights going. Like their team fight was not at all optimal. And I think I agree with Space Cowboy and RipplyLoki. Like who's gonna initiate the fight? The boss support Venge that has no items at all to survive. Like her going in means certain death for her. And who are they realistically swapping in? Like I wouldn't swap in any of these guys into the middle of their team.
I think your best bet to swap into the middle of your team is the techies.
I guess
He
yeah.
brings so much. He brings so much disable, and you have to play around him in a fight that you don't have to play around the other heroes. And if you just get on top of him with the Lifestealer, you can just rage and hit the reactive taser. So reactive taser does nothing. If you blow him up before he can reactive taser your whole team, their whole team has a very hard time fighting into you.
I don't think so because you still have this because what's likely to happen when you swap somebody, you're getting a Spirit Breaker charge at someone. You're getting Darkseer Blink ulted on. Even Juggernaut has his Blink ulti. Like you're gonna have to kind of group up, right? Lone Druid,
Yeah.
Lifestealer, Dawnbreaker. These are three are all melee heroes that want to group up and hit somebody. So if you're grouping up as three heroes, all of the enemy cores, like all 5 of the enemy team, love to see people grouped up. So
And if it was a Loki techies, you gotta kill that shit. But you know, if it's not a Loki's techies, it's probably not that big of a deal.
right, yeah. So I think I would just say it's a little bit of a draft dis-synergy between the Coppless's heroes that he chose for themselves. And I think that just showed like they were able to hold it all till 38 minutes, but when it came like once the items rolled out and there was like mid to late game, they just couldn't get the team fights going. And I think that was the biggest difference there. So
Yeah, I think if they're gonna have the bear as the initiator, you gotta change that moon shard to an axe, change the chrysalis to a shadow blade. You can initiate with shadow blade, and if he dies, you resummon with your main hero and TP him back into the fight. You know. Meanwhile, if you send him and the lone druid dies, the bear dies and can't resummon it.
Yeah.
And he's very squishy.
yeah, I guess as you said, maybe there's like a little bit of that not playing enough, having enough repetitions on the bear hero, not realizing how to coordinate this kind of team fights. So
And I think he's a carry player, not a mid player. And
Yeah.
he's trying to play mid, and it's hard.
yeah. I mean, again, this is the first week, so I'm sure Coppless's team will learn. They're gonna have their main player Wild Daddy come back in, so maybe that will help out with Uncle Arya as well. So I think
Yeah, he'll play his carry role instead of mid, and that'll be much better.
yeah, I
I'll
think
be back in 5 minutes. I'm gonna go grab my pie out of the oven.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I
You
think
know the rule, though. You have to share with the class if you mention it on the podcast.
Lul, I guess he wasn't here to hear that. So yeah, I think in the pools team did a strong showing for their first week, and I think Coplus's team just need to play with their actual 5-man roster, and they should have a much better showing. Moving on to the next game, we had Yami's team, which was a lot of people's first choice for this season, go up against Hollywood's team. People said that Yami's team was one of the best teams of the season, and Hollywood's team was like a sleeper, kind of not exactly a dark horse, but it was like people knew it was a good team. They were speaking highly of it. What did you think going into the season about these two teams?
I think people let Yami get away with some crazy draft tips. I think he probably had. Let me refresh. I feel like I falling behind on stream. No. Oh yeah. Okay.
What?
He got Pendragon and RipplyLoki and J-Dog. I think each of them were under $100, right? Like, which is absolutely insane.
Yep.
There's no reason he should have a team that's good, but like all these guys are undervalued. You could say Gotham's undervalued if you're a weirdo too. I think that probably isn't true, but what also especially not true if he's playing core. But is he playing core?
I will neither confirm nor deny this statement.
I mean, we're looking at the game right here. He's got. What the fuck? Is this a support tide? I don't know what I'm looking at here.
Yeah. So
I think this is a support tide. Okay.
I mean, if you look at last season, the games we played with Gotham on our team, we did play a lot of post 3 heroes in the post 4 position. So
I mean, I play support tide too. It's just that I do better. Yeah, I don't know. I think Yami got away with too much during the draft. He's just got too good of a team. So it's going to be a very hard uphill battle for anyone who goes against.
I
Lotus
think y'all
is very good though.
Too much. Apparently, by every other community content thing, we have 4 heroes with hero puddles. Apparently, we are a techies pudge only team. I don't know.
So, if you look at the net worth graph, seems like Shaker owned mid against Lotus. So, is that just
because my god ganked 3 times and then got me 3 kills, and then I solo killed him.
So, to me, what I see is the biggest thing. It is like, again, I think this is a hero puddle team, but the people got what they wanted. I don't know what Hollywood did in terms of scouting, but this is a hero puddle team. But he didn't ban those heroes at all. Like Pendragon, I know him. I've played with him. Juggernaut is the only hero he plays safe lane. Like you have to ban his Juggernaut. But J-Dog is not.
Got banned him too.
J-Dog is not a pause 3 player, but the few pause 3 heroes he plays, Viper's one of them. So you either ban it or you know he's playing it. So you have to have a strategy around it. Gotham, again, I've played with him. I know him. I know his hero pools. Like this team is definitely either bannable and or you know what they're going to play. So you can play around it. So I don't know what Hollywood did with his drafting and stuff. Like he definitely messed up here. Like all of these are stuff that you should see him coming. If you scout the people.
I don't know. I was also the guy pulling out Beastmaster mid last season, so I don't think this team is predictable at all.
Well, I guess then we're just gonna have to see when I play against your team. But yeah, that's my take anyways. But I think the biggest factor I would say in this team not performing well enough is probably that Lotus was not allowed to have played a mid that's playmaker. Arquarden is supposed to farm. Wraith King is supposed to farm. So who exactly is making the plays if both your pause 1 and pause 2 are farming?
They wanted Lotus to make plays with his ultimate. I noticed that.
That is, I understand the sentiment behind it, but like, where is items to reflect that? Like, where's the Arcade? Or like
where's the blink?
He got like
where's the
Uber
blink?
shut down, and that's why.
Yeah. So, it's if you are playing a certain way, your items have to reflect that, right? So like, let's say I want to play anti-mage as from the mid lane. I want to go and kill people. Sure, it's weird, but I still have to reflect that with my item build. So things can be done. I'm not saying that Dota is like a strict, has a setup. they're stiff that can work, but then you have to play around it, make it work. So I don't think this is the way to go if you want to make Arc Arden more tempo based.
He built like this because he noticed by the time that he finished his Maelstrom or his Mjolnir that we were just running at him. So he just built a very defensive. I sit there and I tank and I hit you.
Yeah, but like that's my main point, anyways, which is if I, as the enemy team, see there's a Wraith King and Arc Warden, I am going to be played that run at your game, right? Because I don't want you to farm. So when you're drafting it, you either have to think, okay, they're gonna run at us, so we're gonna have to have other heroes that stop that, or my mid laner has to go a different kind of build. Neither of which happened here. So I think this is just Hollywood messing up his draft, which cost his team.
I don't think the draft that bad. I just think they probably got skill diff.
I also have a little from game knowledge from the draft. We picked Shaker and then they insta picked Arc Warden, so so they were not expecting me to play Shaker this game.
This one, I don't know what happened there. But yeah,
there was a 2-second difference between me picking Shaker and then picking Arc Warden.
Maybe it was a misclick.
Yeah, Techies was uber banned.
Okay. Arc Warden would be bad against Techies too, actually. I don't know.
It would be very bad against.
Maybe it was a misclick, Maybe we're gonna hear more about it from the BBC. We can hear what Holly has to say about his drafting. Maybe it was a misclick. He didn't want to click Arc Warden or something like that. So yeah, game 1 was definitely a slow and steady win for Yami's team. Game 2 was again a little bit of back and forth. It was a much closer game. The Clinks from Lotus, even though he has 13 deaths but 15 kills, that's a little bit better impact, but not really. You had RipplyLoki again. I don't remember, but yeah, I think RipplyLoki again won the mid lane. Maybe that's because it's a bad matchup for the Clinks against Death Prophet. And
it's actually supposed to be a bad matchup for Death Prophet.
So maybe there's something to be said about Ripley having that advantage from the mid lane and enabling his team to get or push forward. How do you think this game, or seeing the stats, what do you guys think about the drafting?
I'm guessing the silencer is literally there to stop Snapple.
Probably.
I don't think that's.
He was there to stop Snapple. He was there to stop Spectre ulti. He was there to stop Kenny from getting Scythe off.
I don't think that's a good reason. Silencer, I would only pick silencer against Enigma and Dawnbreaker. That's pretty much it. I think it's a dog shit hero.
I don't know.
Can stop
I think your opinion is invalid. I got saved a lot. He saved my ass a lot, so I don't know.
But regardless, it looks like a little bit of a skill diff again.
Wait, Matt is saying that apparently Gotham walked up to your high ground with 150 HP. Holy, that's weird.
Yeah, he got anchor smashed, gushed, and then I'm like, ooh, a fissure kill, and then fissure kill him, and then that started a downhill spiral for the Arc Warden.
But yeah, so looking at
the draft from Hollywood this.
Yeah, Hollywood definitely did address the drafting thing. This looks like a much better draft. Clinks can go Han, Spectre can join in. You have Necro. Again, this Necro pick is the only thing that I'm a little bit sus about. Why are we picking a Necro? I know Kenny can play more tempo heroes, so I would love to see him on more tempo heroes. And the reason I say that is because I've seen him play these kinds of farming pause 3s, and whenever he plays these kinds of farming pause 3s that need a little bit more space, his team usually suffers for it. I don't know why, but that's just what I've seen in the past, that whenever Kenny plays this kind of farming pause 3s, his team definitely suffers because of it. Yeah, so I think I agree with Space Cowboy when he says this is definitely just a skill diff. I think Yami's team definitely showed why they are the top dogs in this season in both games, which was like.
Well, I mean, they haven't played my team yet, but they're up there.
Yeah, I mean, based on what the content is for this season, everyone unanimously agrees Yami's team is the best team. So yeah,
I don't know. I think everybody's just glazing the highest average MMR team.
Well, I mean,
and for good reason, right?
He's a high MMR support. So, and he got fucked on Captain Gold, and he still got the highest MMR. Despite having to get 3 cores. Cores are usually more expensive than supports. He had to buy all of them for himself.
I mean,
and he got fucked in Captain Gold and still ended up with an insane team. He did the player draft better than anyone by far.
I am gonna say that's big props to him, and if you're gonna win a season, you also need like that, because his MMR is very comparable to Kaihu and Merit, and both those captains fucked up their player draft. So I think that's like a pretty big skill. To have that skill to draft a team that does that is like pretty important, I think. So I think props to him for being able to do that properly, and he deserves every bit of praise, because other captains who are in his position weren't able to do so. So definitely is a pretty big skill diff there.
Unfortunately for him, though, this line captain drafted a championship team and just picked it up and to run away with it. They're the other front line.
I don't know. I think your captain having 500 starting fucking money was stupid.
Well, that's a story that I'll leave for later. Let's move on. Move on with the first week games. So the next game we're gonna look about is to me at least, was very hype for me, because I had 2 of my teammates who are captains this season face off against each other. It was Merit's team versus Kaihua team, which quote unquote is probably the Kyrix team. I don't know what's happening there. What were your guys' thoughts about this matchup? What do you guys think how the series would play out?
Is this the one that I casted?
I think so. Yeah, you casted this one with Anony.
Gotcha. I'm trying to refresh.
Oh, this was the.
But I thought it would be fairly even, and most people said they thought Kiowa team would win. The biggest thing for this is that Gundam and Kiowa switched lanes both games. So Kiowa played mid both games, Gundam played carry both games, which is not their normal roles.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna be honest.
Go ahead.
I expected Merit's team to win. But I expected them to win both games.
Okay, so
And then they went 1-1, and I was sad.
Ripley.
I think they 2-0'd, right?
Yeah.
No, they won. No, did they 2-0? I thought they won.
No. Kaiho's team lost
2-0.
Kaiho's team lost 2-0. I think my take when I saw the draft was that Kaiho probably feels like he's not gonna do well against the Underlord. And so that's why he switched lanes and he put Luna against Underlord and went mid against the Sand King, because CK likes to play against melee heroes. But then I don't know what happened. Like it was like you are winning the game, you are pressing the map, everything is going your way, and then somehow the team coordination just blows up. And I know during the cast, you guys were talking about how Kaihua's team is not having that team coordination and stuff like that. But like they were able to do it. They were able to do it for large parts of the game where they were able to hold it together and play the map. And I genuinely don't know what happened. Like why suddenly like a team that was playing together and growing the goal advantage, taking objectives, everything was happening properly, and suddenly they just had a brain fart moment. And after that point, there was zero team coordination and zero map movements. What was your guys' take on it?
Kaiwa was playing CK very well. CK mid. He was getting a lot of good pickoffs and stuff. At some point, I'm not entirely sure how. I know Pork Chop, he was kind of being like me and AFK farming the jungle a lot. And maybe if he was with CK a bit more, it pains me to say it might have been slightly better. But I don't know. I think it was the Dyer's game to lose. They lost.
They did lose.
Oh, there was this play at the end where I think it was fairly even. Gundam buys back, and he just blinks into the enemy team.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Gundam had that play. I think was it Gundam or Kahua? I forget.
I think they could... I actually don't remember which one of them did it. I think it was Gundam, but it could have been Kiowa. Maybe it was Kiowa now that I think about it.
Yeah, there was an insta buyback into insta death.
Yeah, if that didn't happen and they took a normal 5-on-5 team fight after his team was alive, I think it still could have gone either way. But they went. I think it was Kiowa. I think you're right. They blinked in 1v5 and just died. And then teams 4v5, so now they lost.
I also have a very, very hot take about this Luna build. This Luna build, you could have gotten away with not going Butterfly and going another damage item like a Chrysalis, because all of their stuff pierces evasion anyway. So there's no point in getting the Butterfly.
Well, Drow's only got a 40% chance to pierce evasion with her ult. So in theory, there's a 60% chance that Butterfly could help against her.
Yeah, but multi-shot never misses.
Gotcha.
Which is the main thing which is the main part of damage when enemies have evasion on Drow.
Yeah. And she did go all the multi-shot. She went all the multi-shot talents as well. Went all the multi-shot talents. So, I think it was just a brain fart moment from Kaiwa's team, Kaiwa himself, on that game 1. And then you'd think, okay, maybe it was just one moment of madness and they were gonna pull it all back together for game 2. And then we see a first pick Luna again after what happened. And this time the Luna again goes safe lane and Kahua picks up a Brood Mother for himself. What do you guys think of that pick? Picking up Brood Mother.
Who do you pick up Brood Mother into? Because I didn't watch the draft. I kind of skipped it.
It was a Brood Mother 24th pick, so it was Ember on 23 and then Brood Mother on 24.
I think it's retarded.
I
think there's no reason to first pick a Luna because they're not going to ban it in the second phase. And even if they do, oh well, pick something else. I think just don't first pick Luna. And also, why is Gundam trying to play carry so hard? If you want to learn carry, that's fine. But
this is the learn Dota.
I guess that's why you're losing, and you just have to accept it. You're learning a new role. You're gonna lose, but that's why you lost. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think again, I genuinely do not understand this Brood Mother pick. I do not understand why Kaiwa is not playing safe lane. His Gundam is playing safe lane. I think both this. I understand wanting to try it out on game 1, but when it fails in that manner, you definitely have to question it. But they went back and doubled down on it. Maybe they put game 1 up to an anomaly. They were like, okay, let's just chalk it up to an anomaly, and let's just try the same thing again. But if you do that, you probably still do it on traditional heroes, and I still don't understand why you would have if you're trying to get a stable lanes because you guys are switching roles, and you have these weird pickups in the draft, which kind of leads me to question your drafting strategy altogether.
I don't know if Kai was a Lesh player, but a Leshrac instead of a Brood Mother this game would have actually slapped.
I mean, again,
I think Kiowa carry would have slapped. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, that is pretty evident when we see it from the outside, for sure. But again,
just go pick a Leshrac into an Ember Spirit and you win the game. I don't know.
That's
Marith did impress me a lot though. He bullied Gundam got bullied out of lane, and Marith the lane built the heart. Had a really fast heart and fast 3 items, and the Gundam got slowed down really hard, having to jungle and get any lane creeps because the centaur just kept on bullying. I don't know. I thought that was great.
Yeah, I think Mareth did have like a standout performance. I think his centaur was really instrumental to a lot of what his team was able to do in this game. Really being a menace. There again, I really want to say the Broodmother. So many friggin' times just trying to orchid the centaur and kill the centaur. But again, why are we going on the friggin' centaur when the centaur's having such a good game? It's not even like the centaur was bullied in lane, is low in levels, has no items, and the Broodmother can kill the centaur. But like, the centaur is clearly the strongest here on the map, and the Broodmother is again and again and again trying to go on the centaur with the orchid. I'm like, this needs to stop.
Yeah, I even said this to my LD2L team, but I think Centaur is a useless hero once you realize he caps out on what he can do very early. So as long as you just don't right-click the guy, you will win the video game.
Yeah, I mean, I think Kaihua needed to be hearing that thing from you. You need to give that speech to Kaihua.
I mean, I think the fight you're talking about, they kind of caught the centaur out. He was kind of alone for a while, and they got a centaur was like 1 health, and then centaur got away, and centaur came back with like 300 health, and they went back on centaur, and he was pretty low, which is so I understood why they went on centaur both times, but it didn't work. So it's easy to say in hindsight you shouldn't have done that, but I understand why they did it. And I don't know.
In the game, it's kind of hard to dictate, but I mean, if you see Centaur on one side of the map, your immediate thought should be with their team is to go to the other side of the map and find the 4 squishies. You have enough lockdown and the silencer ult to just be able to silence, he can't stampede, and get at least 2 kills. Because you know their tank and initiator isn't there. So if you just walk into their jungle as a Broodmother, what are they going to do?
Yeah, I don't know. Kiowa had some pretty good plays. Like, there was a lot of times where he should have died, and he just kind of juked and survived. So he didn't play the Brood poorly. I think it was a terrible pick, but he did have some pretty good plays on it. The biggest thing is still just first picking Gundam Luna, which is the craziest thing out of the whole game to me.
Yeah, I think it's just Kaihua having weird strategies all around. And I think that showed. I think Mareth really showed her naysayers that she is not a throwaway team this league. She's definitely here to stay, definitely here to compete. And as she stays in chat without Gotham, apparently this will be the norm. This is the expectation we're gonna have of Mareth's performances. So
nice.
I love the confidence. So yeah, good props to Mareth for actually pulling off a very, very impressive win against a decent team, a team that I would put on the same level as her team. And Kaihua and his team have a lot of soul searching to do before they have to really pull up their socks and give us an impressive performance next week for us to even consider them to be qualifying for the playoffs.
I wonder if Gundam just thinks this Luna hero is broken right now.
You said the Luna hero was good earlier, so...
If he thinks this Luna hero is just a broken hero, that would be the only reason I would think he would do this. But it's shown to not be perfect.
Yeah, for sure. It's shown to definitely have chinks in its armor. Alright, so moving on to the last series of the first week. It was my team versus Champ's team. And I will say, a lot of predictions going 2-0 in favor of Champ's team. Not a lot of people putting us almost near the bottom of the power rankings. People putting Champ on the almost number top 2, top 3 teams. And the series was extremely even. What are you guys' thoughts? What are your guys' predictions? How do you guys think this series would pan out to be?
I don't know. I literally told Ultra that as long as you delay game until 50 minutes, Fish will just win you the video game.
Well, the game was delayed to 60 minutes, and Fish was not able to win the game.
Well, he also wasn't on any of his late game. He was on Klinks that game.
No, this is anti-mage. We beat him on his anti-mage.
Oh, what?
Yep.
Okay, this guy is washed. I'm messaging him right now. Where's my Steam?
I feel like you guys are kind of equal. I'd maybe expect a 1-1, but I maybe overvalue Gambit a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I think this game...
I think Gambit's very, very good, and Nurch is also very, very good. So I would, like...
yeah, I think...
Maybe I would...
Go ahead.
Maybe slide it? I don't even know.
I genuinely thought Fish lost that Klinks game. Because I joined in to watch it for like 10 minutes, and then they looked so far behind.
Yeah, I mean, the first game that we're looking at right now, we had full control of the game all the way through. There were a little bit of throws, I would say, with the Aegis pushes, but I mean, I don't think at any point we looked like we were gonna lose the game. So I think we decidedly beat them game one. Don't think there's even a doubt about the winning team. I also think with how the game panned out, they put Fish on the off lane and they put Champ on the safe lane. So they did do a lane switcheroo where they had the anti-mage in their off lane and Legion on their safe lane.
I don't like that.
Maybe they felt like the Juggernaut would do well against the Legion, or the anti-mage would not do well against the Underlord. What do you guys think about that?
I have a very important draft question.
Go ahead.
Was this Snapfire picked 8 or 9?
This Snapfire was picked 8, so first pick.
I don't know.
You don't like a first pick Snapfire?
No.
If it was a week earlier, it would have been same pick. And maybe they didn't read the patch notes.
If this was about 3 weeks ago on Ultra, then it would have won the video game. However, no.
Yeah, I hate the lane swap though. Like AM needs to stay in the safe lane, I think. In my opinion.
Honestly, I think, yeah, it was really bad because then you just trade farm on the carries, and then the AM never really gets fatter than the jug. Because I think if you have the Legion in the off lane, you can just press Q on the jug and then box him.
Right. Yeah. I think I don't know how the lane method should, but in my eyes, shouldn't a lane of Legion and Ringmaster bully the Juggernaut a lot? Or harass him out of lane? So why wouldn't you not keep doing that is my question. Why would you suddenly feel like you need to change that? Is there something I'm missing?
Another thing you could have done also is force the Snapfire to go 3 and then actually just lane bully the jug and then just sacrifice the mid lane and then have the Legion go blink blade mill and then just duel the supports.
I think you just keep the lane standard way with Champ offlane, Ultra mid, Fish carry. I think that's your best odds of winning. I think then the lanes are probably fairly even. Maybe they want to be able to like blink away from spin, but like Legion can just walk away from. Legion's probably going to have phase boots. I think his W. You might even be able to just hit him during spin on Legion if you W. You know, like
right.
I don't think that the only thing that happens if AM goes top is I think AM gets less farm than Jug in the laning stage. And without looking, I bet if you go to the laning stage, I bet Jug beat AM in the laning stage.
Fish is saying that he
lane turned out fine.
Yeah, he says that apparently AM can't lane to Underlord, and he said that even though they switched lanes, it was fine. So it seems like Juggernaut was ahead of.
Yeah, Juggernaut's ahead. I disagree that AM can't lane to Pit Lord.
I think if I think if your concern is laning into Pit Lord as AM, I think you just throw the Ringmaster 5, and then the Ringmaster just presses dagger on the Underlord, and the Underlord can do nothing.
I just think you just lane normally, and you probably get like slightly more gold.
Yeah, he is more concerned of I take all of his mana, but can still be right clicked out by Atrophy Aura. That's what Fish is worried about. But that's also
you
because
buy
you
this-
don't have
buy
an
this Ring
actual
of Health.
support.
Buy Tango set of Tangos. It's fine.
I also think Silencer 5 is just not the play in the Underlord.
Yeah.
In the era, I mean, I don't. Pit's not a long enough. What is it?
It is
1.5
it
second
is
route.
if-
Like maybe you'll get arrowed, but
Well, I mean, if
Any
Phoenix
stun could
times
do
it
that.
right, if Phoenix times it right, he gets a full stunned arrow and Pit Lord Pit on top of it. It sucks.
So yeah, that was kind of the story of the game one, where it was like more controlled gameplay from us. Game two, the champ team definitely had a much stronger draft. They drafted much stronger laners, and they really came ahead in the laning stage. And they used that to their advantage. They pressed hard on the map. They controlled the map a lot. But there were also like kind of instances where they threw the game, and we kind of took back control of the game. How do you guys seeing the draft? How do you guys think the game should have gone?
Was this another 8 or 9 pick Snapfire?
It was another 8th pick Snapfire. Yeah, I can hear that RipplyLoki is not a big fan of the 8 pick Snapfire, but we'll let it slide for now.
I don't know. I'm
I
just
don't
tired of
mind.
it. He does it every game, including an 82L.
It's comfort pick for him. It's probably fine.
It is, but I mean, you can't keep doing it. People will start expecting it and just play around it, and then throw their lane, and then just win every other lane. I don't know.
I think I like the Dire draft slightly more, but it's close. I think drafts are almost even.
Y'all have a really rough time just into Bane Clinks, I think.
Yeah, we did. I think the game was lost with, like, if there's one thing I can pinpoint, I would definitely say the game was lost with the Bane grip. I think the Bane grip every time on the gyrocopter is basically what lost us the game.
Yeah.
I think if there was...
I guess it was a late Bane because they first picked Snap, right? So you had to pick both your supports before he picked Bane.
Yeah, I think the Bane pick was, if I remember correctly, the 16th pick. I need to double check, cross check.
It was probably a 12-13. Or no, sorry, 14-15. More in there.
Yeah, one of the two.
Yeah, it was 15th. It was a 15th pick Bane. So they picked 14th Jakiro, 15th Bane, and we had a 13th Lich and a 16th Rubik.
Okay.
So Lich, Jakiro, Bane, and then Rubik.
What? Who's y'all's mid? Gambit, right?
Yeah, Gambit.
Yeah, Gambit. Rubik mid. That's fine.
Yeah. Again, I think this was basically just down. Like, they had the lead in the game, and they could have closed the game out a bit faster, but then we kind of took back control. Like, they made a few mistakes, and we got back control of the game. But then we didn't really capitalize on it, and then at the very end, it was just basically us not being able to do anything about the Bane ultis on our gyrocopter. So gyrocopter was not able to show his net worth in the team fights. Yeah, so I would say, like, it was pretty even game for the later parts of the game, but the early part definitely Champs team showed a bigger comeback compared to game one.
If your Lich gets rich enough, I will give secret advice. If your Lich goes an Aghanim Scepter and a Gleipnir, he can fear all 3 Bane illusions and stop the ult from happening.
Yeah, maybe maybe it was a play to be made if he had more net worth. But like I said, because
But
hard.
that is a story for a different day.
He didn't have Ags. Like, once he has Ags, it's hard, but he didn't have Ags. So,
Yeah.
in theory, you guys should have been able to stop it. But,
I mean,
It
either
can
that
be
or one of
hard.
y'all just finishes out the Wind Waker.
right, yeah.
well, I mean, Gambit should be able to, like, stun him. Nyx might be able to stun him. Centaur,
True.
Lich. Like, maybe Lich needed a blink instead of a force staff. But, like, there's a lot of ways to stop. He doesn't have BKB, he doesn't have Ags. There's definitely ways to stop the Bane ult. But, you know, it can be really hard sometimes. Sometimes you're just not able to do it.
Yeah, I think there's definitely stuff that we as a team could have done to kind of stop the penalty, but it was like I would say there was problems with addressing that in general. So again, that's something that us as a team we have to address moving on into the future games. So yeah, that's basically a kind of rundown about how all the 5 series went. So we're coming closer to the end of the podcast. Before you go, I would love to hear your predictions for this second week. What do you guys think is going to happen?
I have no
Can
idea
you
who's playing this
pull up
week.
the matchups?
Yeah. So let me just do that for a moment.
Looking for a game to capture.
Oh, these are some interesting matchups. I know me and Marith's team are playing because we're trying to figure out a time that suits both teams.
So we've got Line versus Champ. What do you guys think is going to be the result of this? Go ahead.
I have one other suggestion before we start this part, and you don't have to do it, but I would suggest Dark.
No.
Anyways,
No dark mode.
Dark mode.
You can turn this app into dark mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I have a Google extension that does it called Dark Reader.
Somewhere, I don't know, but yeah, I don't do dark mode. Anyways, so yeah, let's do RipplyLoki. Your predictions first. Line versus Champ.
I don't know. I know Ultra is gonna get Uber banned out. I think it really depends on if Champ and Ultra can just make enough space and close the map around the Wings. I think if you can just chase Winks around the map and not let him farm, I think that's the best chance you have of winning. While your Pos 1 just hits towers.
Okay. Then do you think does your number reflect that fact? Do you think they'll be able to do it?
I think it goes 1-1. I think the first game they try and execute this, it fails, and then the second game they get it correct.
Okay. That's a pretty decent. I would say. I think that is the most likely to happen. And let's hear the bias prediction from Space Cowboy.
So, week 1, I told my team, I'm gonna meme this game. I'm gonna buy Daggons and Rapier shit. And as consolation, I'm gonna try hard week 2. So you're gonna see try hard Cowboy this week, and it's gonna be the easiest 2-0 of my life.
What, are you just gonna pick Zeus every game?
It doesn't matter what hero I'm on, man. I'm mode try hard. That's the easy dub. Easy 2-0 for line.
Last time I heard these words, you picked Necro into a Witch Doctor 5 and then cried for 20 minutes about Maledict.
If I picked a Necro P4, I was trolling. You know, I was not try hard.
All right.
I mean, I'm sure it was fun, but yeah, I'm try hard.
Definitely not saying Necro P4 in this game. That's for sure. You heard it here first, folks. All right.
Yeah.
Next series.
The band Necro. Not playing it P4.
Next series. Wink, wink. Next series we have Copless versus Cryptic. Well, this is the meme team, but it's also the Copless's team didn't have a good showing last week. So, Loki, what do you think?
If Copless has his full team, I think there's no doubt that this is a 2-0. But I think if he has another replacement for Wild Daddy, then I think it goes 1-1.
So, I mean, I think it should be a full team for Copless. What about you, Space Cowboy? What do you think?
No doubt it's 2-0.
I think I need to, I'm somewhat of an advisor on the Cryptic team. I need to figure out what the memes are this week. Depending on the memes, it could be a 1-1. But depending on the memes, they could just get crushed. I will say Wild Daddy might start memeing too. He might, week 1, I was memeing with him. Wild Daddy might also meme with them too, if he's there.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fair take because your week 1 already happened last week, but Wild Daddy's week 1 never happened. So this is his week 1. So he could be like, okay, on week 1, I'm going to meme.
Well, it's not because it's week 1. It's because you're against the meme team,
Okay, fair.
You got to meme with them.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair take. All right. So that's a little bit of insider information that we get for Cryptic's team. Moving
Can
on.
I add, if Ultralisk does Brood at 24, he's still going to get crushed. Doesn't matter. He's already talking about the previous matchup against me versus him. Saying he's going to Brood on 24. Not going to matter. All right, you can go on.
All right. So the next series is In the Pool versus my team. Loki, what do you think?
I don't know. I think this comes down to... I honestly think this just comes down to the mid lane.
So you just think it's Moon versus Gambit show?
I think both side lanes will be able to draw lanes. And I think whichever mid laner pulls it out and is able to win the other side lanes is who's going to push the team to win the game.
So how would you reflect it in your score? What would you think is the better mid laner?
I have not played against either of them personally, but I think it's possible that it could go to your team.
Okay, so
in a 2-0.
Okay,
but it's going to be very close both games.
And Space Cowboy, what do you think?
So I gotta apologize to my boy Moon River. He's the GOAT, but it's an easy 2-0 for you all day.
Okay. So both of you think it's gonna come down to the mid lane, and you just think Gambit's just a better mid lane.
No, I don't think it's gonna go down to the mid lane. I think he's gonna have an easy 2-0.
Oh, okay. So you just think it's gonna be an easy 2-0 overall. Okay. So Space Cowboy coming in with a hot take there. We're gonna hold you accountable.
I think Moon's probably gonna go even against Gambit, but your other lanes are gonna win anyways, and you got the better overall team, and it's gonna have an easy 2-0.
All right. Moving on to the fourth series, we've got Marath versus Yami's team. So, RipplyLoki, let's hear the biased take from you.
I have a controversial take about this.
Go ahead.
I think Marath's team wins because apparently my team has hero puddles.
Okay, I see. So your controversial take is you're leaning into the content. I see. Fair.
I think the content's bullshit.
What about you, Space Guy? What do you think? Let's hear it from you.
Easy 2-0 for Yami. Move on.
Okay, no words need to be said.
Easy 2-0 for Yami.
They move to. We might not have pen.
Doesn't matter. If you get a replacement with a brain, or half a brain at least, easy 2-0 for you.
You wanna be our replacement, Cowboy?
Sorry, I gotta beat up Ultra.
Fair. Funny story about that.
Is it something that you could share online?
I don't know. Probably not.
Okay.
It's not confirmed yet. So probably not.
Okay. We'll leave that for the post Twitch content. Okay, and the last series, it's Hollywood versus Kaihua. What do you think, Loki?
This is the... Oh, go ahead.
I think Lotus kicks Gundam's ass. I'm sorry. Gundam's great, but I think Lotus wins. I think
Lotus
this is
isn't the
2-0.
mid laner, or I mean, Gundam's not the mid laner though.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's 2-0. Hollywood wins.
All right. What about you, Space Cowboy? What do you think?
I think this is the most competitive series of the week, and I think it's gonna go. I don't like to 1-1, so I have to pick a winner here. I'm gonna say if Kiowa and Gundam play their roles, they'll 2-0. If they don't play their roles, they'll go 0-2.
Okay, so if you
if Kiowa is carry, he wins. If Kiowa is mid, he loses.
so you're saying if Kaiho suddenly develops a brain, they're gonna win. If he still doesn't have a brain, he's gonna lose. Gotcha.
Yep.
All right.
I mean, it's fine to learn a new role. Just expect some losses, you know.
Fair. You were saying, Ripley?
I said the team must simply develop a singular brain cell, and they will win.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I don't think I disagree at all. So,
Not I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean they all just need to combine their brains and only have one brain cell split between every person and just be on the same wavelength.
okay. Maybe I doubt it's gonna happen, but I am happy to be proven wrong, and I think it's better for the league if I'm proven wrong. But I doubt it's gonna happen, just based on their performance last week. All right, so there we have it, folks. There we have the predictions from our two guests, and we're almost at the very end of our episode today.
Do we get predictions from the host as well?
The host would prefer to be not biased or not give any predictions.
That's
to
fair.
stay neutral.
That's fair.
Ooh.
That's why we have the guests on. You know, we want the spotlight to be on the guest rather than the host.
Sounds good.
Okay. Before I let you guys leave, one final question from me to you guys is: if you guys could pick a team or a person that each of you really want to face off and smack down this season, who would it be? We'll start off with
Cowboy.
Ripley. Okay, so Ripley wants to really put down Cowboy. I see. And Cowboy for yourself? Is it mutual or someone else?
Yeah, I gotta prove superiority over the favorite team, right? So I'd love to play them as well. I also enjoyed playing Cryptic. I wish it was a closer match when we played Cryptic. More competitive, rather. But yeah, I'd love to play Loki as well.
All right. Again, thank you so much to the both of you for showing up today and sharing your time and presence with us. It was lovely to have kind of banter between you guys, and I really appreciate your thoughts. So really appreciate the time, and thank you for being here with me. Any final words before you leave?
Become a real Twitch streamer so we can sub to you.
Okay, I mean, I am trying to. Let's see if it happens or not.
Shit. My bad.
Yeah. Any final words, Ripley? Any shoutouts?
Fish, my goat. If I'm captain next season, he will be on my team. I don't care if I have to spend all of my money.
All right.
Also, thanks a lot for having us on. It was fun.
Yeah, for sure. Anytime. With that, thank you to all my listeners. Thank you to all the viewers for tuning in. We're looking forward to the second week of the current season, and I'll catch you guys at a later episode. Peace, take care, and have a great rest of your evening. Bye.
Bye.